Our culture consistently rewards the appearance of effort over actual progress. You run from task to task, keeping your calendar full, falling into bed exhausted, every single night. Yet, when you look back at the month, your life remains in the exact same place. Checking off minor emails and completing trivial errands releases a quick spike of dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical messenger in the brain that creates feelings of reward. Your nervous system misinterprets that chemical rush as forward momentum, but maintaining your daily baseline is a different mechanical process than constructing a meaningful life. The reason we get trapped in this loop of maintenance is deeply psychological. Subconsciously, we are waiting. We put our actual ambitions on hold, anticipating that an external event, a new relationship, a promotion, or a random stroke of luck, will arrive to initiate the next chapter. As long as you expect an outside force to rescue you from your current routine, you ensure that your potential remains frozen. The baseline friction of daily existence does not naturally decay as you get older. The obstacles, the financial pressures, and the obligations compound over time. When you face that accumulating pressure, time forces a binary outcome. You either use the resistance to build your personal capacity, or you allow the weight of it to breed chronic bitterness. Moving from resentment to strength requires crossing a specific threshold. It happens the moment you accept absolute, unshared responsibility for your own trajectory, regardless of who might be at fault for your current circumstances. Realizing that no one is coming to save you stops the waiting. It serves as the shift that allows you to finally move toward a life you actually control. The moment you take ownership of your actions, you encounter an immediate, sharp pushback. It rarely comes from strangers. It comes directly from your existing peer group. You might expect friends and family to cheer when you start waking up early, cutting out bad habits, or focusing intensely on your work. Instead, you often face sarcastic comments, passive-aggressive remarks, or subtle attempts to sabotage your new routines. Psychologists call this the mirror effect. Elevating your life creates structural tension for everyone else, forcing them to confront ambitions they avoid. This resistance isn't malice. It's a defensive reaction to being left behind. Your success challenges their narrative that change is impossible. The sudden loneliness you feel in this phase is not a sign of trouble. That isolation is measurable proof that your growth is successfully breaking the gravity of the status quo. Navigating that loneliness requires a specific tool, and motivation will fail you here. Motivation is a fragile, emotion-based state that evaporates when you face sustained friction from the people you care about. To survive the gap between your old circle and your future self, you have to rely entirely on discipline. Discipline operates independently of how you feel. It is the mechanical execution of necessary tasks. Applying that mechanical effort requires you to sacrifice your immediate physical and emotional comfort. Choosing the easy route exacts a much higher toll. It costs you the entirety of your future capability. Avoiding the daily effort of discipline does not erase your suffering. It simply defers it, compounding the interest until it arrives as an unmanageable crisis later in life. Building this type of discipline requires shifting from random bursts of effort to a systematic approach. The process starts with a ruthless audit of where your energy actually goes. Treat your time like a filtration system. Aggressively separate the hollow, busy tasks from the high-velocity actions that actually compound your progress. Directing resources into that concentrated stream forces you out of a reactive survival stance, deliberately placing every brick of your day. The second step in this architecture is the intentional seeking of micro-frictions. This is the practice of voluntarily choosing the slightly more uncomfortable option in minor daily scenarios, taking stairs instead of the elevator, or working in silence instead of seeking distraction. Consistently choosing those minor discomforts provides psychological inoculation. You are training your nervous system to tolerate stress, so when an involuntary hardship hits, your baseline for handling pressure is already elevated. When you combine an aggressive filter on your focus with a daily habit of seeking micro-frictions, the hollow exhaustion of merely existing disappears. In its place, you generate actual life momentum. The final step is controlling your environment. You must curate the information you consume and strictly monitor the individuals you grant access to your time. Cutting out stagnant influences leaves a void. You must be willing to sit in that temporary loneliness rather than filling it with people who reinforce your old habits. This is a strict economic exchange. You are paying the upfront cost of losing social comfort to secure the long-term asset of self-reliance. If you delay paying this toll, the price only increases. No one warns you about these mechanics when you are young, which is why ignoring them results in bitterness decades down the line. Accepting that no one is coming to save you is the foundation of self-reliance. When you trade the ease of comfort for the friction of discipline, you stop being a passenger in your own life.